Kim here with Little Biz Resources, and if you post to Facebook regularly as part of your marketing strategy, but you want to share those posts to other assets, I'm going to show you how to do that automatically in this video. Now, I have some friends, they own a local grocery store and they don't have their own website because it's through a national chain. And so they primarily use Facebook to post updates and communicate with their customers. But as a local business, they also need to consider posting to Google Business Updates or Google Maps, formerly GMB, or Google My Business. So that'll help them reach more of the local audience. And then they would like to bring them into their Facebook. So the challenge they had was they don't want to add more marketing time. They don't want to have to manually post to the Google Business Updates, but they want to keep posting to Facebook since they already have that system. They already know it. So how do they get from Facebook to Google Maps? There are two different strategies to do this. I'm going to show you how to use software to accomplish this because that's pretty much the only way to do it. But the important thing to understand is that of the two methods, you want to use one method is to go from Facebook to these other assets if you're trying to build up your Facebook. If you're not and you have your own website, then you want to schedule it differently. So I'm going to show you how, and let's dive into the software now. All right, so I turn the camera off so you can see the entire screen, and this is called RSS Ground. Now, this is a very powerful software. So I'm only going to show you one element of it, and if you're interested in this, you can click the link below and sign up to my email list, and I'll send you a discount code. Now let's go over this. So RSS Ground, again, lots of different features. So I'm just going to show you how to generate private feed. I'm going to generate a private feed. I'm going to do it from Facebook. Now you have to connect to Facebook, which I'll show you in just a second. This page opens up and you would want to authenticate. You need to be connected to your personal Facebook. That's just the way it is. I'm actually on one of my pages, which is why I told me to switch. Thankfully, it's pretty savvy about that. So I'm connected. Now what I'm going to do is you can generate content feeds from either pages or public groups. Okay, and it should tell you here, we're going to actually discuss how to post to Facebook groups in another video, like how to use this to post to groups. But for now, let's just look at the page. Okay, so I'm going to go to this page, and right here, we just need to enter the URL. You can do up to 10, but these generate individual feeds, so you don't need to do them by 10 if you want to. So this is one of my pages, the Beagle World. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put it in here. I think I already have a feed for it, but we're going to give it a try anyway. So we're going to say generate, and then we're going to say save to feeds box. Again, this may already be created, but I have Beagle World. Yeah, I have one right here. So I'm actually going to delete this one again, so I don't have two. But right here, Beagle World, and I can click this little button and I can pull up feeds from the page that'll show that it's an active feed. And so these are the most recent feed items, and I can double check that by looking on here and see that these do match, right? So this is the November 24th, and this one's 3 days ago. Now these that are coming in are from the Amazon affiliate program, which again, I'll talk about that in another video as well. So if you're interested in this kind of information, make sure you subscribe because I've got a lot of stuff coming out about this. But for this one, I'm like, I'd like to make sure that I can share this to other places. Now this is beneficial in this case because I have this affiliate link already here. If I share the page somewhere, then perhaps that can boost this post, right? So that's another strategy. Now we'll talk strategy in detail another time. I just want to show you how to do this. So we've created this particular feed, and now right here, if I just right click this and I say, where is it? Copy link address. I'm going to say copy link address. And then now I can use it to post. Now I can post with RSS Ground straight to another page, to somewhere else. But in this instance, I mentioned that my friends have Google Business, right? They're a local business and they want to post to their Google Business account. So because of that, I'm actually going to go to a software called Publer. And Publer, link will be in the description if you're interested, is a scheduling tool. Very powerful as well. I use this a lot, but in this case, this is going to be because there's only a handful of scheduling tools that will schedule to Google My Business or Google Business, Google Maps, whatever you want to call it. In this case, this one does. I have my Little Biz Resources one connected, so we're just going to use that one for now. And there is a way to schedule this, and so you can make it so that it's scheduled down and everything. I'm not going to cover all that in detail. You can check out some of the other videos on that. Again, I'm going to be covering a lot of this stuff later on with strategy, but for now I'm just showing you how to do this. If I want to automate this, all I have to do is go into my RSS feeds, and I may already have Beagle World in here. I do not. So we are going to add it. So we're going to just add the RSS feed, and I'm going to say feed name is Beagle World. The URL is the one I just copied from RSS Ground. You can see rssground.com right here. It actually created an RSS feed for that page. Now you can narrow this down by keywords, and that is a strategy we'll use another time. But for now, we're just going to take all of the posts and we're going to publish them onto the Google Business account. And I'm just going to do one at a time. But what's great about this is that this is automatic, right? So if you were posting to Facebook and you want it to post automatically to Google Business in this case, then all you need to do is make the RSS feed. And as far as I know, that is the RSS Ground is the only tool that will create the RSS feed for a Facebook page. Facebook used to have the capability already built in, but they removed it. So there appears to be no way to do that. I haven't found any other software that does it, but this one does. It does a really good job. I haven't had any issues with it. So we're just waiting for Publer here to update this. Once we've added it, and this took a lot longer than it should have because when you record in the middle of the night, that's when happens. So this is going to ask you, what do you want to do with the feed? So we have this feed now. We can say no action, just save it and leave. But we're actually going to have this auto post. So auto post means as soon as the RSS feed is updated, which can take 15, 20 minutes, an hour, just depends on so many variables. Generally within an hour, it'll update. It's usually closer to about 15 minutes. It just depends on, like I said, a lot of variables. So let's just say that we're going to auto post. So you post on Facebook, and then once that updates on RSS Ground, it will then trigger onto Publer. Okay. And then you can now auto post or auto schedule. Auto schedule would be if you have a schedule for your Google business. Say you don't want to post any more than twice a day. But your feed, you don't know if it's going to be 3 times that day or 1 time that day. So then you would probably just want to do the schedule so you can keep that capped out. In this case, we're just going to auto post so I can show you what it looks like. I'm not going to worry about use the title article as a caption or any of this. And I'm just going to post new articles as links because they're going to link back to Facebook. So I'm going to select, I'm going to scroll down to this one. This is the Google Business, Google Maps one. That's their formerly Google My Business, right? And I'm going to say save. So again, this is going to post. There's a huge scheduling stuff that you can do later. We'll talk about. So we're going to go ahead and come back into Facebook, and we've already have this post here for the 24th, but I'm going to post again. So I'm going to take this post that I found here because it's super cute, and I'm going to share it to the page. Ooh, I need to get back into my page. I have to post as my page. Otherwise it gets mad. I don't know why. That's really silly they did that. Okay, so we're going to share this, and I'm going to share it to the feed. And see, I'm on Beagle World. I'm going to share it as public. And I'm going to say something in this case because I'm posting on Facebook. So I'm going to say, this is such a beagle. So cute, right? And then I'm going to say share. Now you'll notice that was a reel, but it's letting me share it on there, right? So now I can come back and I can say, oh, look. It's here now. Eventually that's going to trigger to RSS feeds. Now, like I said, there are a lot of variables. So Facebook may not formally update until 15 minutes, whatever. They have something called an API that connects to everything. So however long it takes RSS Ground to be able to retrieve that from Facebook is before this feed will show up. Sometimes it'll show up quickly. So it's already there, right? Now that's already there. And now it's going to take time for that feed to show up into Publer. And then once it does, we'll get to see it on my business.google.com. We're going to go ahead and look into, so here are the updates right here. Right now, this can take a while to update, but this is why you just automate it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pause it and we'll come back and I'll show it to you once it updates. Okay, it's been a little bit, maybe 15, 20 minutes, and I refresh and I scroll down and you can see it's here. Now, because it's a reel, it didn't share it correctly. That's just one of the risks you have. You can see that this one shared, weird image. There seems to be no consistent way, even if you manually do this, to get it to look good. It's just the way it is. So because the point is going back to Facebook, the whole thing is this link. So this is such a cute beagle. Normally it would have like the image here or whatever, but it clicks here and it says learn more, takes you to that actual link. So you will notice that this is its own link. So you can, and since we're talking about the RSS feed, in addition to posting to Google Business, if you're trying to drive traffic back to Facebook, I would also recommend taking that same feed from RSS Ground, right? So we can take that feed from RSS Ground and we can go into IFTTT and we can schedule one to go to, so we're going to say RSS. And yes, there was a connection. If you saw that, there's a connection for RSS Ground right here, but I can't get that to work correctly. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to do RSS feed. I'm going to say create. And if I have this, let's come back here real quick and grab this link. And I'm going to go to if this RSS feed, new feed item comes here. I'm going to also post it to bookmarking sites. If you want to, you can post it to blogs. The biggest challenge I have seen with posting from Facebook is that you cannot take it to Pinterest. See, something's going on. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's these servers, but it's the middle of the night. This is what happens. So they're probably doing updates. So I'll come back and do this again. I'm going to run this through something anyway if I was going to do it. I'm going to teach that in the course that I'm opening up in January. So if that's something you're interested in, take a look in the description. All right, so we have our super cute image. I'm going to come back to Google real quick, not Facebook. And I'm going to delete that update because I don't need it. All right. Oh, and I also need to, where is this? So let's come here. And I'm going to delete this one because it's not useful. But that would be a great way to do link juice back to Facebook, right? Like I said. So we can do that. We can do IFTTT when it's working right. And again, we're going to have all these strategies in the course, like every single strategy you could imagine piled on top of each other. But the other thing to keep in mind is that if you want to post to Google Business and you do not want to send traffic back to Facebook, then you want to go to strategy 2. Strategy 2 does not use the RSS feed. Instead, what it does, you say create, and now you're going to create your post. So instead of creating in Facebook, you would create in Publer as an example, or wherever you wanted to use. I'm going to post to both Facebook and Little Biz Resources, and I'm going to post something here, right? So maybe I want to put my whatever post it is, I have an update or whatever, and I'm going to say, have you checked out our, I'm going to say my, it's only me. I don't know why I always say our. It's like I was taught to do that, and now I don't know how to not say that. I am a me, myself, and I person. So our means me, myself, and I. All right, have you checked out my automation series on YouTube? Take a look here. Now, I am actually going to, I did that wrong. I'm going to hop over YouTube and I should be logged in with my account, view your channel. And I actually have some playlists. So here's my e-commerce marketing automation. I'm going to copy a link address for this. Just double check that it's going to work. Yeah, and it's going to a playlist. So that goes to this particular playlist. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I have a lot more than 3. I haven't been putting that correctly. So I need to go in and check that out. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say, take a look. Now this is going to go directly to that playlist, and it brings up this image and everything, right? Now I have it scheduled to both of these. And when I come on here, there's a recycle button. We're going to talk about recycle and Publer later. Again, all of these strategies are going to be in the course that I'm developing. So if this is something you're like, hey, I really want to learn these strategies. I really want to do this. I really want to understand how to, build all this automatically so that there's less work for me and so that all of this is testing without you having to do it. You're spending less time doing this. Then make sure you click that link and sign up to get notified when the course comes out. Okay, it's going to be in January. This is, like I said, November, whatever I said today is, 26th. So November 26th. So you will see, I'll have more information about it. It's coming out. I'm doing all the recording now. But check this out. So you have two previews over here. This one's for Facebook, right? So have you checked out my automation series on YouTube? Take a look here. Then there's that. And then this one is take a look here, right? So learn more should click there. So I'm actually going to take this off now and see if this is going to work, because sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. I already have this. I'm going to just say take a look. I'm going to change this e-commerce marketing automation. I want those keywords in there. So now this is automatically linked there to YouTube, and this one will have a learn more, should go straight back to it. We'll double check all of that, but I'm going to go ahead and post these on there, and I'm just going to publish them right now. But you can schedule stuff. So I have auto schedule. I actually have a whole huge schedule set up for this Dr. Kim Easton Christian page. And then I don't have one for here yet, but I will, because I am a local business and I do provide services locally. So I'd like to be able to use Google Business to help with that. So if you provide any type of service or company, Google Business is great. If you're something like a grocery store, it's excellent. Now, the point of this second automation, though, is to drive back to your website, to your YouTube, whatever it is your primary method. If you want them going back to Facebook, then you want to take it back to the Facebook link, right? You can do this with Pinterest as well. We'll talk about that in another video, right? So whatever it is that you're trying to build, you can use. I don't recommend doing all of them, right? Because Google Business is powerful, but you want it going to one specific location. For me, I'm trying to build up my YouTube, so that makes more sense for me than driving them back to Facebook, right? I'm going to take Facebook back to YouTube. I'm going to take Google Business back to YouTube, etc., because I'm building my YouTube page. And YouTube is going to go to my course. So this will also eventually go to my opt-in page for my course. But for now, it's going back to YouTube. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, I lost my mouse, and I'm going to say publish. It's going to publish on both of them. And then it will take, however long it takes. You saw that I had an error before from RSS feed. Publer's also having issues. So undoubtedly, there's some servers being updated in the middle of the night. That's when they do it. It's also when I do all my work. I don't know why. So in that case, I don't need to worry about Facebook directly, because it's going to go, I'll show you on Facebook. It will, no, that's not where I want to go. It will go to that page. And a page. See, that's not right. That should have had an image on it. Facebook has issues. That's probably not anything to do with Publer. So we'll check and see what Google shows, and then maybe we needed to leave that link in there. Yeah, so this one did the image. So that was definitely Facebook being a little thing. And that's because it was a brand new image here. So what I want to do, I'm going to edit this post. But before I do that, I'm going to go to the debugger. Now, you shouldn't have to do this if you're using a repetitive one, right? So we're going to, well, let's cancel this for a second. Discard, because I need that link again. Actually, I might have it, but we're just going to take this link here, and we're going to come to the debugger, and I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to debug it, and I'm going to tell it to scrape again. It's not grabbing the image. That's something to do with Facebook, because obviously the image is there. So there's nothing we can do about that. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. But you can add your own image in Publer and everything. So however you're going to schedule, you can schedule it straight into Publer to both properties at the same time, or make it so that they go different times, whatever. That is completely up to you and your scheduling. So those are the two ways to do that. Now, RSS ground, we're going to talk about more, because again, you can do a lot of automation. Facebook. I'm going to show you. I don't want to show all the properties. If you want to go to Instagram, Instagram is just image based. So you might as well connect the Facebook and Instagram together through the Meta platform, right? We'll talk about that again in another video. That doesn't work for every property. Only half of my Instagrams will connect to a page and share with each other, right? They're connected to pages, but they won't share. I don't know why. So what you can do is if you look, if you've created a feed and you want to take it automatically from Facebook to somewhere else. So if you want to go from Facebook to another property, you can, we'll go to a new tab here. So Facebook can post to, as I showed, it can post to Google Business, which is also Maps or GMB. That's the old one. It can post to bookmarking sites. It can post to blogs. We've talked about this in other videos, so take a look at the automation playlist and you'll see me talk about these bookmarking sites and blogs and everything. And you can use IFTTT, so you can do RSS feed. I can type. I really can, just not in the middle of the night. From RSS ground, right? So you're going to do an RSS feed that's created from RSS ground, and then you can send that using IFTTT, and you can send that to bookmarking sites or blogs. If you want to automate it from Facebook, you can do RSS feed from RSS ground using Publer. Right, we're going to use Publer, and we're going to send it to GMB. So, Google Business /Maps. So that's to do an update. All right, so we can do that. We can also use Publer for, if you go into, let's go back to Publer for a second. Oh, what's over here? And I'll show you some of the other platforms that you can use. So we're going to go to social accounts, and we're going to, we've got Facebook, and you can do pages or groups. Instagram for images only. So if you're like, hey, I want to do it just the image, you can. I don't really recommend that, since you can automate the connection for free between Facebook and Instagram and not have to worry about it. You cannot go to Pinterest. Don't even try. It's not worth it. It'll give you an error. You don't want to shut down your account. So don't do Pinterest. You can do it to Google. I don't know about TikTok. I don't know what their rules are. I suspect that's going to be another one that's going to be problematic. I think you can send it to Twitter. Let's see if it'll let me post a Facebook post. Wait, we're on my page. So let's just go. This is my page. Let's find one that's real, though. I haven't done one of my own. So you can tell I already automatically posted this. Right? So I haven't done one of mine in a while. I did a YouTube one not that long ago. But we'll just find one, right? We'll just do one of Brendan's right here. So we're going to click on that to get the link. This is a unique URL. I can speak. And I'm going to copy that. This is specifically to my page. So this is his post, right? I've shared his post onto my page. But this unique link goes to me publishing it, not him publishing it. If we want to go to his, we go to this one. Right? And you can see this one ends in P2WI.
On Sundays.
Oh, this is completely different. Right? He has a completely different link because that's on his site. So this is, even though he posted this, I am building links back to my post on this. So I'm not going to even bother reading that. They're going to tell me on here if I can do it or not, I hope. It's not even trying. Well, this is all changed. So let's not play with Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Right? I wouldn't recommend doing it yet. Like, a lot of things changes there. If you rely on Twitter at all, I wouldn't risk shutting it down through here. And we can do IFTTT, can go to Twitter anyway. So I recommend anything you can automate using IFTTT, do that, and then add your other properties like Instagram and Google Business on through here. Pinterest as well. You cannot use IFTTT for that. Facebook groups, we're going to use RSS ground for later, which is really cool. We're going to talk about that actually in the next video. So I don't know what Threads is. I do. I'm familiar with Threads and Mastodon stuff, but I haven't used them. LinkedIn, same thing. I don't think LinkedIn's going to allow you to do it, but you can schedule all of this. If you have these accounts, you can do one and post to each of these if you want to go back to a property. So we'll test these more, and I'll have them all in the course in January, right? So if you're like, hey, I really want to know, you can definitely go to WordPress. That's not going to be a problem. And you cannot go to YouTube because that's video based. And so that's what I would look at this and say, if you really just want to focus on, oh, how much can I post with Publer? That's what you can do. So again, we'll talk strategy, we'll talk details and everything else, and dive into it a whole lot more into the course. If that's something you're interested in, click one of the links in the description. You can either sign up to get the discount for RSS Ground, or you can sign up, just get notified for the course in January. And I'll provide you some updates as I release more information. I'll send you updates when we're doing new videos and everything. And you can also subscribe on YouTube for that as well. And if you have questions, just pop them into either the Facebook group, or you can just pop them into the comments here, and I will do my best to answer them. I had somebody on today asking me about the Pinterest Merchant Verification Program, and there's some strategy and stuff behind that we're going to talk about in future as well. So if you're like, hey, that's what I'm really focused on, be patient. A lot of this is building the core foundation, right? We don't want to be on just one platform. We want to be on all of these platforms. And so we're just building these as we go, these little pieces and these elements, and adding components so we can just keep expanding our reach and expanding our reach. And eventually people will find us if they're not finding us already. So there's a lot of strategy involved, but for each of the platforms. But if we build all this automation, it complements the strategy. So we can focus on the pieces that are most important, right? So think about this. If you're posting on Facebook and it's not working, and you're like, hey, I want to get better reach, then what should you do? If you want Facebook to build, then you need to share your Facebook content, right? So this is what the point of this is. You go into your oh my gosh, I can talk in the middle of the night. RSS feed, right? RSS Ground, you build your feed, and then you can now share it to other places, right? Again, we've got some advanced strategies that we'll talk about in the course. I'll eventually have some videos on it, but I don't know when those get out. So the advanced stuff will definitely be in the course in January. So again, check the links in the description and let me know if you have questions. Thanks for watching.